Hi, pre-K families. Welcome to our virtual open house this year. And welcome to our classroom. You can kind of get a sneak peek behind me of what our classroom looks like and what your kids see every day when they come to school. This year, you get to sit in your comfy chair while you're watching our video instead of our tiny little chairs. So, yay for that. Let's start with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for all of these families that have entrusted their children to us this year to help them grow spiritually as well as academically at OCS. We thank you for each one of their little lives, and we just ask that you are a blessing to the families as well as our school this year, and we ask for your protection and your safety as we work and learn together. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Well, I have some slides I've put together that I like to go over at open house. So let's just get started. You should have a red folder that your child brought home for open house, and it is stocked full of information. So you might want to have that handy while you're watching. And I'm going to go over a little bit of it here in just a minute. First of all, here is my family. I am married to my high school sweetheart for 24 years now, and we have two wonderful children. Our son, Austin, is a sophomore at Oklahoma State University. He is studying engineering, and he is a graduate of OCS and Mr. OCS in 2019. Our daughter, Taylor, is a junior this year. She's 17, and she attends school at Crossings Christian School, where my husband teaches. And I am just excited to get to share a little bit about myself also. This is my 15th year here at OCS. My husband and I both got our start here together. He taught here at OCS for 14 years as the band director. And this is his 8th year over at Crossings Christian School, where he still teaches band, but he's also the fine arts administrator. I got my start at OCS in PE, actually. I was the PE teaching assistant for grades 1 through 6, and I taught kindergarten PE on my own. My favorite love of all, however, is pre-K. That's what I went to school for. And I came up here to the lower elementary as a pre-K teaching assistant. And then I taught kindergarten for 1 year. And now I am so blessed to be one of the all-day teachers. And this is my 5th year in pre-K. I have a lovely teaching assistant. Her name is Mrs. Longfellow, and she is absolutely fantastic. She was previously the first grade assistant and helped with the first grade classes, but she also has a heart for pre-K, and she wanted to be down here with us. So we gladly welcomed her, and she is a rock star. She loves your kids immensely and takes care of them very well. And she just has a lot of fun with them. And she has a great personality. Love her, love her. All right, so if you look in your open house folder, you will see there are 2 different sides. On the left side, there is a little packet that kind of looks like this. It has a little overview of some of our things in class. It has our schedule in there for our enrichment days. So if you ever wonder where your kids are going on a certain day, you can look at that enrichment schedule. So it also has our recess and snack times on there and our lunch time. And then further in, it talks about our curriculum. It kind of lists it out on what we use for our curriculum in pre-K. And it has a copy of our class code, which is JOY, Jesus first, others second, yourself last. So we actually say that every day together, and we have a fun little song with that. And then it also has our school verse on the back, our faithfully forward, Deuteronomy 7:9, know therefore that the Lord your God is God, the faithful God who keeps covenant and steadfast love with those who love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. We also have our class list of all of our students in our room this year, some procedures, another little class creed handout there that you can look at another time. On the right side of your folder, the first thing you'll see is this important pre-K information sheet, and this is like your pre-K Bible. These are all the things that you really need to know and follow for our class. And I'm just going to go over a couple of things to highlight them. So the first one is dress code. You can look back in on the school website and see all of the dress code. I'm just going to talk about Wednesday dress. So Wednesdays are chapel dress days, and so we dress a little nicer on chapel days. So the girls need to wear skirts, dresses, or colored denim or dress pants. No blue denim or shorts on these days. And it's helpful if they don't wear flip-flops on this day. They need to wear a nice shirt or a blouse or a sweater and jacket. The boys may wear nice jeans, pants, or dress shorts with a collared shirt. We ask that the boys do not wear t-shirts and not have any writing on their shirts on that day. So they do not have to be tucked in, and they don't have to wear a belt. Make it easy for the little ones. The next bullet point is our memory work. We will be learning and reciting Bible verses every week that goes along with our Bible curriculum. So there's also a sheet in this folder that has all of our Bible verses that we will learn this year listed out for you. They will also always be listed in our newsletter on Tuesdays. So we work on those in class every day. And then we also need your help, though, to practice them at home with your child so that they will be ready to recite them on Friday. And I am happy to say that all of our friends said our first Bible verse on Friday. So everyone got a little sticker on their Bible chart. They were very excited, and they did a great job at speaking in front of their friends and saying their verse. You would be so proud of them. All right, the next little bullet point is our pre-K curriculum, and I just wanted to take a minute to talk a little bit about that. It is brand new this year, so patience with me as I learn it, but it is fantastic. It is called Get Set for School, and it's by Learning Without Tears. We had already started using the handwriting without tears last year and absolutely loved it. And we just jumped on board and were able to get the Get Set for School complete pre-K program. It is very purposeful and in the way it teaches the early learning standards. We use a lot of play and a lot of multi-sensory activities, so it is perfect for this age group. So some of the things that you might see in our newsletter are things like language and literacy, readiness and writing, numbers and math, oral language, science, social studies, and technology. Along with the pre-K curriculum, we will also be using Abeka Phonics, which we have always used. So that will help us enhance our letter sounds and blending letters together in preparation for reading independently. Another important thing on the second page, I just wanted to touch on snacks. You all are doing a fantastic job at sending snacks labeled for your child each day. I did want to point out, however, that we want to make sure that the snacks are separate from the lunch boxes, so your child doesn't have to unzip a lunch box to get their snack out in the morning. They can just pull it out of their backpack and put it in their bucket. And then also, if you would help us with their water bottles. We need every student to have a spill-proof water bottle filled with water only every day. It gets really hot out at recess, especially this time of year. And then they can also use those at lunch as well. If they drink all of their water, we do have bottle filling station in the lobby that we can go out and fill their water bottle up for them. One more thing on this is the PE class. We're so excited that we get to go to PE this year. We've never gotten to do that for the full day pre-K classes, so we're really excited. I think they're having a great time going and seeing the coaches in the gym. They'll be inside the gym sometimes, they'll also be outside sometimes. So it would be really helpful if you had your child wear tennis shoes to school on those PE days. And our PE days are Mondays and Thursdays. So if you could put that on your reminders to help your child wear tennis shoes on PE days, that would be fantastic. The next thing in the folder behind that is just a little welcome letter from Learning Without Tears. So this will give you a little insight to what our pre-K curriculum looks like, our handwriting looks like. There's a page in there that teaches how we teach the crayon grip. So you can look at that. There's also a couple of sheets on how we write our letters and our numbers and the formations that they make. It gives you step by step how to actually help your child write them at home when you're practicing. Okay. There's also the memory verse list that I mentioned before. So it's front and back. The only one that we don't have listed on there in length is Psalm 100. And we will learn the entire Psalm 100 chapter around Thanksgiving time. And we will send that home to you separately in their Tuesday folder so that you can practice that at home. We also have a list of pre-K high frequency words. These are sight words is what we typically call them. Words that we just need to know by looking at. We will be learning these words in class this year. We will not have a formal assessment on them. It won't be on our report card at the end of the year, but we will assess them for the kindergarten teachers so that they know where they are. They'll be learning many more words in kindergarten. All right, so let's click on our slides here. I want to talk a little bit about the technology that we're going to use this year. The first thing we like to use in pre-K is Flipgrid. Flipgrid is so fun. They can take little videos of themselves and post it to our private Flipgrid site. And the thing we like to use Flipgrid with the most is our letter of the week. So when we start learning our letters, we'll create a little group and a topic, and your child can find something at home that begins with our letter of the week, and then they can take a picture of themselves, a video of themselves, and explain what the item is and what the letter sound is. And they love watching themselves in class and reviewing those letters together. So we will be sending you an invite to join our group on our class. And if we do have to go virtual learning again, we did use our Flipgrid to recite Bible verses also in the spring. And so we would utilize that again. The next thing we like to use is Epic. And Epic is an app that you can download or you can use it on the computer, but it has thousands of books for children to read. They also have videos, and they also have Read to Me books, which are great. So even if you're not a reader, you can still have the book read to you. So we will utilize that in the classroom in some of our center times. And we will also be sending you a code to join our class. It will be free if you log in with our class code. Epic has made it free for online learning. So as long as you have the code for our classroom, you will be able to utilize that at home as well. Every once in a while, they turn the online off and they just do school hours. So if you're not able to get on there, it might be because of that school hours, and then they turn it off at a certain time in the evening. But great books on Epic. The main app that we're going to be using this year is called Seesaw. Seesaw was our online learning platform that we used in the spring. We fell in love with it. We love it. So we're going to use it in the classroom this year first. And then in the event that we do have to go to virtual learning, we will share with you how to log your students into the Seesaw class app so that they can do their work at home. We're also going to use the Seesaw Family app this year for communication. And the Family app is just for the parents. So you can log in and see your students' work. You're not going to see anyone else's work, just your student. You can see the work that they do in class. And the neat thing is you can leave them comments. You can type out a comment, you can leave a voice record comment and let them know that they're doing a fantastic job, and just give them feedback on the work that they're doing. So we'll be posting some things to their journal, and you would be able to see those at home on your device. The other thing is we can communicate with one another through the family app. I can send announcements, text messages to parents as a whole, to one parent. You can reply back to me as the teacher and ask questions, all within Seesaw. So it's really convenient. Another thing we're going to be doing this year is the All About Me week. The kids love this. You can see an example here on the slide of my All About Me. So each student will be given the opportunity to share about their family and some of their favorite things with the class. So I will send home an envelope when it is your child's turn, and you simply just follow the directions on the envelope and send the pictures back in. And then I put them up on the door, and they're able to share with their friends and talk about their pictures, about things that are unique to them. So you can see on mine, I have a picture of my family in the middle. I've put on there when my birthday is, what I want to be when I grow up, and they think that is very funny. They're not sure. They think they figured out that that's me, but they're not quite sure about that one yet. My favorite things, my favorite sport, my favorite food, and a picture of my pets. And another thing we like to do is the reading journal bag. So we feel it's very, very important for us to be reading to our children all the time. It creates the love of books in them. It creates fantastic readers when they're older. So we give you the opportunity to have a reading bag. We'll send a bag of books home and a writing journal. So they will choose a book each night. You will read it to them. You will ask them some questions. They will respond. You write it down in the journal. And then you send the bag back by Friday. So we're going to send it home on a Monday, and you'll have till Friday to turn it back in. And then the next student will, again, get it on Monday and bring it back on Friday. So we'll do that until everyone has had a chance to have the book bag. Something I like to do in class is positive behavior cards. Your students have been doing a fantastic job at following directions, listening when it's time to listen. They're just really making good choices. But I like to congratulate them for making good choices. And so I have a positive punch card, and it looks like the one on the slide, and it will have their name on it. And I keep them on a little ring. And when I catch them doing something exceptionally well, I give them a punch. If they are all doing an exceptional job and they get a compliment from another teacher, they get a punch on their card. And I have not shared this with them yet, but they will be so excited when I do. So they love to see how many punches they can get. When they get the whole card filled up with punches, I send the card home with a little certificate, and you get to decide what they get, a little reward. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be a trip to get an ice cream after school, or a slushie from the gas station, or take them to the dollar store and pick out a little treat. So just something small to let them know that you are so proud of them for making exceptional choices in class. This is the way you can contact me. Most of you already know my email address. I'm pretty quick about replying, or I try to be, about replying to emails. And the school office is always a great number to call, especially if you need something immediately, or I need to know something for sure by the end of the day. Call the school office and they can get a message to me. But you're always welcome to send me an email. And my personal phone number is there listed on the screen. It's 405-476-0894. You are welcome to call or text anytime, but I will ask that you respect my family time. Um, I try to get back to you as soon as I can, but if it's around dinner time or I'm doing something with my family, I may not get back to you just as fast as maybe you want. Also, if you text during school or email during class hours, I will get back to you just as soon as I can. However, my job is to take care of your kids in school and teach them, so they come first, and then emails and text messages come second. So, anyway, feel free to use either one of those ways to contact me. I just want you to know that I love your children with all my heart. They are just a bright spot in my day. I love getting up and coming to work every day to teach your babies, and they just bring me so much joy. Thank you so much for entrusting them with me during the day. I pray for all of you always, and know that I will help you with anything you need help with. So, any questions you might have, um, just call or text or email, and let me see what I can do for you. So, thank you so much for watching my virtual open house this year, and I'm looking forward to the rest of our year. Bye.